Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum, students. Welcome Pakistan International School Type Virtual Learning System. This lecture is for grade first year boys and girls Pakistan culture, and you know very well that we have started chapter 2, the land and the people, and this is your 8th lecture. Students, first of all, we will discuss today reduced syllabus Pakistan culture first year, and first of all we will discuss chapter 1 culture. And you know that we have done chapter 1 culture. Each and every topic we have discussed in this chapter. End of the chapter I told you short questions and the long question. During lecture I told you the different MCQs. And now we will discuss the reduced syllabus from chapter 1 culture. Chapter 1 culture, this is your complete chapter including all topics. Chapter 1 meanings, elements and scope, complete concept of Islamic culture. Chapter 1 is completely included in this syllabus. And you know that we have discussed in this chapter meaning of the culture in detail, then elements and scope and concept of Islamic culture. We discussed in detail each and everything. Also, we discussed the 5 absolute truths of Iman in detail. So, the chapter 1 is completely included in this syllabus. Now, the chapter 2, the land and the people. Chapter 2, the land and the people. This chapter has 2 parts. The first part is the land. In this topic, the mountainous zone is included. Mountainous zone. First of all, a little introduction, the land, location of Pakistan. It will be included. A little explanation of the land that is included, then the mountainous zone, external security and cultural inflow, northern range and the southern mountain or the southern range. These topics are included and we discuss in detail all these topics. Then arid zone, pastoral and nomadic life, the plateaus, the desert and the coastline maritime link. In A part, the land, these topics are included. These topics are included. Next, B, the people. In this part of the chapter, racial mix, regional traits, the tribal system, religious group, occupational group, urban, rural communities. These topics are included. So students, now I told you chapter 1 completely included and we have done chapter 1. Clear now? Chapter 2, I told you 2 parts, A and B, the land and the people. I told you from A part, the land, which topics are included, and the B part, the people, racial mix, regional traits, the tribal system, religious group, occupational group, urban, rural communities. These topics are included in your syllabus. Chapter 3, when we will start chapter 3, I will tell you the included syllabus. Now, from the people we have done this topic, a little review of this topic, racial mix, we will discuss now, and human movement or migration of races. Human migrated, I told you history is full with the human movement or migration of races from one place to the other place, and when reduced to its simplest term, a migration is caused by an expulsion or an attraction by the scarcity of food, shortage of food, or maybe shortage of water, there may be other compelling factor as well, such as reaction against an inhibited or restricted society, or missionary zeal for converting fellow human beings to a better way of life. We have discussed all these topics in detail. Human movement or migration of races. The next topic is classification of migrated groups. Classification of migrated group, we have discussed that it has been found that in the course of history, certain groups of people distinguished from others in the pigment of their skin, hair, formation of skull have moved out and spread to the other region at different stages of evolution of civilization. Then we discuss these three main groups. Then we discuss Pakistan has been aptly called a museum of races. And why it is called museum of races? Because lying on the route of major human migration from the Central and West Asian lands and beyond, the region has been subjected to successive waves of ethnic influxes with a common national or cultural tradition, mainly from the migratory European races. Then we discuss the result in diversity in the racial and ethnic formation, as well as a mixture of one or more racial group with indigenous elements. Also, we have discussed all in the previous lecture. I told you, and we discussed all this in detail racial mix. This is a little review because this topic is included in this syllabus. The last, regional characteristics. Regional characteristics, however, long residence of different ethnic groups is especially areas necessitated a process of natural contact and enable evolution of certain regional characteristics as well. The human geophysical condition, creating common modes of living and economic condition added to this process of contact, leading to assimilation and adoption of common traits which finally emerge into a regional characteristic. These are the some regional characteristics. Now we will discuss our today topic that is included is tribal system. Tribal system, first of all, I will tell you what is tribe. Tribe is a group. Tribe is a group of people, we can say, who live and work together in a shared geographical area. A tribe has a common culture, language, dialect, and religion. Tribal is relating to a group or community with similar ancestor, custom, or tradition. This is the meaning or the definition of tribe or the tribal. Is a group of people who live, work together in especially in a one place, a geographical area shared, and they have the common language and religion and custom and tradition. Now, first, tribal system, a prominent feature of social organization in Pakistan. First of all, we will discuss a tribal system, a persistence of tribal system, especially universal in the hilly area. Hilly area, you know, the two provinces, Frontier and Balochistan. These are the mountainous or the hilly or the dry and arid zone of the Pakistan and Balochistan provinces, and to same extent in the plain of Sindh and Punjab, both in the mountainous regions and in the and arid zone. A shortage of resources, water create a permanent struggle for possession of food and water. Their possessions or controlling and preservation require group living and sport. Thus, natural human group of tribes or the groups and claims a large family based on blood relationship become a socio-economic and finally political way of life. In the early society, anarchical condition without law or control, lawless, uncontrolled condition often made man rely upon his tribal group for protection. And in the context of the geophysical condition as also of the long drawn process of migration of the racially conscious group in the region. The formation of the earliest of the society in the region has essentially taken a tribal character. In this paragraph, what we discussed, the mostly the two province frontier and Balochistan province, they have especially universal in the hilly areas, and mostly they have the tribe and the tribal system, a strong tribal system. If we compare to the Sindh and Punjab, these two provinces, they have the strong tribal system, and both in the mountainous region and arid and dry zone. And what is the reason? The shortage of water and food. It create their permanent struggle for the search of food and water, and they move from and group living and fought each other. In the tribal setup, the clans and the large families and groups and tribe come first, followed by the Tuman Khail family and the individual. In other words, we can say that an individual gains recognition or identification only through his collective group rather than by himself. This is more especially true of the tribe in frontier and Balochistan region. We also, I told you, the strong tribal system in these two provinces, and it can be understood in these two provinces, Frontier and Balochistan regions, where this system is arranged in order, comprising a recognized chief, head and the sub-chief in vogue. They regulate the day-to-day tribal life, enforce tribal laws, custom, tradition, and look after tribal relation with other tribes and the government official, now represented by political agents and their assistant. However, regular civil administration is being introduced slowly and gradually to replace the old order, to replace the system, to change this system, but still we have this system in some areas of Pakistan. Now, the one aspect or the one feature of the tribal system is Jirga system. Jirga system, general meeting of elders or the chiefs or the heads, which is more rigid, unflexible, not flexible, unable to change. Among the Pathans, this leads to collective thinking and approach to problems and makes way for the democratic spirit. In Balochistan, the Jirga is composed. Jirga, I told you, a group of elders and chiefs or the heads, and it is also in Balochistan, and it is composed by the tribal Sardar, chiefs, elders, and serves as a mode of expression of tribal viewpoints. Means they decided their disputes according to their traditions. Now, in the plain of the Punjab, now we have discussed frontier and Balochistan, tribal system, and also we discussed the Jirga system. In these two provinces, they have the kind of the Jirga system, the general meeting of elders, chiefs, and the heads, and they decided and approached the problems and makes way of a democratic spirit. Now, Punjab and Sindh, the tribal structure, though inherited from the kindred Pathan and Baloch tribe, is not so rigid and stringent, strict. This, if we compare to these two provinces, Frontier and Balochistan, they have strict Jirga system, but in Punjab and Sindh is not so rigid and stringent or strict. Here, the chief or the head or the elders have become more of landlords than tribal sardars. Sardar, I told you, chief, elder, head, and maybe the expansion of economic activities through land holding was responsible for this change. However, the tribal designation survived as a mark of identity, a mark of their recognition. Beside them, there are a number of old tribes which have developed into widely spread brotherhoods like the Bhatti, the Arain, and the Awan in the Punjab, the Suro and the Memons are, and the others in, since they have developed themselves brotherhood and unity, like I gave you the examples of the different groups. Okay, students, it's enough for today. Revise these topics at home. Now your syllabus has reduced. daily revise the all topics which we discussed. Thank you. Have a nice day.